go.
Here I know.
We're on
Who,
now.
who turns that off? The mayor?
Well,
Mayor.
look at me pointing at the thing.
Well, okay. We're on right now, right?
Yeah, on there. We're not on radio.
But we're on Facebook.
Yes.
Why don't you play one of your famous songs? Because anyway, the other day I was trying to tell Rhett about jingles, and I said I always write jingles. Remember the Noogie Woogie? Were you here before the Noogie Woogie? No, after the Noogie Woogie. You didn't get the sandwich.
No.
Well, I made a jingle for Noogie Woogie. It went like this: Noogie Woogie, pork with punch. Noogie Woogie, run and munch. Dip and bite, dip and bite. Noogie Woogie, out of sight.
You wrote that.
Yeah, that was my jingle for the. Then I would come on with a sandwich, and I would have somebody who hadn't eaten for 3 weeks, always 3 weeks because that makes them really hungry, and you hand them the Noogie Woogie, and I would make it and wrap it in such a way that it would take like a genius to undo it, like a Gordian knot, and they would unwrap, and sitting right beside him would be this giant ball of wrap. And then they'd take the sandwich and they'd open up the little container of the woogie, which is the sauce, and they would dip and bite
Oh, wow.
as I was singing the song.
Oh,
And I entreated Rhett, I begged Rhett, I importuned Rhett, please, Rhett, write me a song for it, the music for it.
Mhm.
But never once did he ever turn his focus and help me do that. So I've been sitting here waiting for him to bring his
All right,
masterful
stand by in
music.
studio. You're in the open.
Isn't that something?
You should have him.
That's what I've been begging. I said, Bet, please, Rhett, come on, man.
Call him on the phone.
Yeah, I would call him on the phone.
But you two would be a combination.
Well,
Mhm.
his talent is, as they say, boundless.
Uh-huh.
Right?
This is the mayor of the airwaves. It's another beautiful day in paradise, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? We're in our what year? Let's see.
23rd, Rhett.
Yeah, 23 years on the airwaves.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, huh?
You
Yeah.
bet.
That's
So,
pretty amazing.
Not only amazing, but as I was saying when we were off the air, if I go to a party, I like standing next to Rhett because everybody comes up and talks to me.
Would you
Everybody.
stop it?
It's true.
You
It's true.
are
It's true. It's not
That is
flattering.
really true.
I-
It's
You know,
it's
I
isn't
was-
that right, Joe?
Yeah, it is.
You
It's
bet.
true.
No.
I must
Yeah,
Yes, it
You're
is.
full of malarkey.
No, even when you're at a restaurant, you look at his smile from ear to ear.
Yeah, because
He
you
loves
know that.
hearing this. No, stop.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. I was at Bank of America,
Yeah.
and I was standing in line, that line, you know how it is,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, I see everybody's head turning, and I said, what's going on? So I look, and here comes Rhett walking through the door with the imprimatur of regal aspect, just flowing with him. I said to myself, my land.
Royal aspect.
Yes.
Say that again. The perimeter of what?
Well, the imprimatur of royal
The
aspect.
imprimatur. What's imprimatur?
That means the big stamp.
The
Big gold
imprimatur.
stamp.
The imprinter or the imprimatur?
Imprimatur. I-M-P-R-I-M-U-T.
See, he's an attorney. He knows all these words.
I could see him as a thespian. Now,
Yeah.
in high school, were
Yeah.
you in drama?
No, I was the guy that would get on the radio. I mean, the announcing speaker in the morning
Yeah,
and give the
Pledge of-
local news
And Pledge of
and all the dirt.
Oh, you mean
Joe
you guys
Dirt.
think you should be in show business? What do you think this show is?
Yeah, but yeah, but people used to listen for my dirt.
I'm
used to
just curious
spread
about this
rumor,
for all the
vile
parents
rumor.
out there, that kids that are in high school. Because I've over the course of the years, I've been very intrigued knowing, like, with children, what do they do as little kids, and what they become later in life. So now, for those parents out there that have high school kids,
Correct.
what did you do in high school? Were you on the debate team? Were you what was the indicator that you were going to become an attorney?
Nothing except my dad told me I was going to be a lawyer.
Because of his proclivity for loquaciousness.
Well, it perhaps, but I will say this, that in high school it was a different time. It was back when the war was going on, Vietnam, and it was very tough because there were people in my high school class that were trying to become like weathermen, underground, Students for Democratic Action, SDS. It was
I was a member of Students for Democratic Society.
for SD.
Yeah.
You were a student for Democratic Action.
Yeah, man. I was up on the campus of Vassar, man.
SDS.
I was rebelling.
Well, let me tell you something.
New York City.
Yes, but I was the one
Something's
standing there
happening
trying to
here.
tell you you were wrong.
Where it is ain't exactly clear.
That's right.
There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. Would you kindly stop? Hey, what's that sound? Everybody, look what's going down.
That's it.
What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the streets, singing songs and a carrying signs. Mostly saying hooray for our side. Would you kindly stop? Hey, what's that sound? Everybody, look what's going down. Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah.
They preceded the same members. What's his name was in there? The guy who sings like, I seen the needle and the damage done.
Yeah.
A little bit of damage. Did you ever hear that guy interviewed on
Neil blah, blah.
Neil Young? He was on the Rose show,
Yeah,
Charlie
Neil
Rose
blah,
show.
blah.
And all of a sudden, here's this guy that goes, all right, keep me searching for a heart of gold. And then he's being interviewed. And Charlie Rose goes, well, tell us, what do you think about Bob Dylan? Well, this is what I think of Bob Dylan. I'm going, that's the same guy. He talks like this, and yet he sings like this.
Oh, talk about finding the voice.
Yeah. He went to
found
a
his
horse.
voice.
He
Yeah.
went
I
to the
love
desert
Neil
on a
Young.
horse with no name. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, he didn't
went to
win
the
that.
desert.
That was America.
He sings it that.
On the first part of the journey, I was getting thirsty and hungry too. I pulled out my Joseph's cookies and they do the magic that they do. Anyway.
Wow,
bet.
man.
Joseph's Cookies,
That was
man.
the best song you've ever sang.
That's right. It is. No.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, for full disclosure, Joseph is the CEO of Joseph's Light Cookies.
You bet.
12 million a day.
Yeah.
Too bad you don't make a buck off of each one.
148 countries.
What do you make off of each little cookie? Not
doesn't?
even a cent.
It doesn't matter.
Could you sell a bag of how many for a buck?
About 40 cookies.
40.
Yeah.
So that's more. Well,
Rhett,
that's,
you
so that's
can't
more
do
than
that.
1 cent each, right? That's what you're getting paid for it. But then the retail, does the retail get like 50%?
I can't disclose.
It
what we're
depends.
doing.
Oh, come on!
No, you
can't.
can't, Rhett. That's
That's
proprietary.
Yeah.
But I will say this though, that it's the best
Proprietary.
cookie. I'm telling you, my grandkids, we go into Dollar Tree and they run right to
Yeah.
your cookies. So and of course, Sue Ellen, my daughter-in-law, she doesn't mind if I buy any other cookie but yours. You bought sugar, but if I say no, Joseph, she oh no, those are wonderful. Those are wonderful.
Her name is Sue Ellen,
Yeah.
so she must be a Southern girl because all Southern girls have two
Oh,
names.
she's yeah.
Sue
you kidding?
Ellen, you
She's
know,
an
when
acupuncturist.
When in
She's
your
an
town,
acupuncture doctor.
she is.
Are you
Why
kidding?
isn't she advertising on my show? You bum.
Now, Sue
Rhett,
Ellen,
please,
which
please.
kid is she married to?
I'm sorry.
Sue Ellen?
Yeah, Sue Ellen is married to Graves.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's all
that's
coming
why-
together.
My
It's unusual to find a
granddaughter.
girl that'll poke you.
Well, my granddaughter.
Oh, no,
no,
My granddaughter. Yeah. Well, my granddaughter. Her name is. Her name is Addison Harriet Getler Graves Frommang. The reason it's so many words, so many letters in it, is because it won't fit on a computer form. So she ain't gonna be in no system. She
Yeah.
got 90,000 letters in her name.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Goes down to Yeehaw and takes a right and goes 441. We're talking words here.
Yeah.
Words
Oh.
are all that we have. Remember that song by the Bee Gees?
Yeah. It's only words.
And words are
All I have
to take your
the kind of way.
away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like
Yeah.
to get to meet Barry Gibb.
Oh,
He
did
is.
you?
I would like to get to
Oh,
meet Barry
wow. I was
Gibb.
going to say, boy.
There's a realtor in town, and she knows the Gibbs. But you know what?
They live here?
Look, I lost my only brother, and let me tell you, it
That's
haunts
sad.
me every day. Look, I lived in upstate New York, and I used to have a brother that lived in Key West, and I'd forget. In a few weeks, I go, "Oh, that's right, I have a brother down in Florida." Oh, yeah, I forgot. You don't think about him. Since he's
Yeah.
gone, there's not a day I don't think about my brother. Nelson, Barry Gibb lost Maurice. He
Yeah.
lost Andy, and he lost who's the other one?
John?
I forget his name, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, to lose 4 brothers.
Tough.
And we know from the start the Bee Gees never would have been the Bee Gees without Barry, who's
Yeah.
a living remaining.
Yeah.
He wrote the songs. He played the guitar. He wrote the songs. They all sang harmony. And as my brother taught me, there's a natural harmony that brothers have. Like if you take your kids together, you have 6 kids. That's where you could start a group and you could teach them songs and they'll all fit in with each other and sound good. There's a natural harmony that happens with siblings.
I would
And my
say
brother
that.
and I used to sing together. We used to sing, let's see. Hold on. Michael Rowe, you brought us shore. Hallelujah. Michael Rowe, you brought us shore. And I always wanted to record that with him. And we never got to it before he passed. So if I ever get to see him
That's a
again,
shame.
we'll be in heavenly places
Yeah.
singing.
You
Michael
will.
Does Barry
Rowe,
live
you
in
brought us
Vero Beach? Barry Gibbs?
I don't know if he lives here, but I know that he has friends here.
Yeah, I know.
He has
my
a place
neighbor,
in Miami. Yeah.
my neighbor, one of my neighbors, was their manager, and I went into his house.
Here in Vero?
I went into his house, and he had a party where choppers were landing on the field. And,
Oh, really? Yeah.
yeah, and he had 100-person orchestra playing.
You weren't invited as a neighbor?
Yeah, I went.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Who'd you get to meet?
Doesn't matter. I don't care who I met.
I want you stop this. If you're
No,
going to come on my radio,
but
show, you're
anyway,
going to drop names.
No.
Oh,
So let me
Rhett.
just finish saying. So, but when I went in, he took me into his house, and when I went in, I went into his office, and he had these gold records
Oh, yeah.
Impressive.
plastered like
Yeah,
does he
Staying
still live
Alive,
out there?
Grease. No, he moved.
Oh, are you
Grease.
talking about Dudley?
Yes,
All right. Yeah.
you know him.
Yeah.
But
Who doesn't
That's
he
right.
know?
He did work with he did work with those people you were just mentioning. Hold on a second.
I think it was Studley.
Hello, this is Rhett.
I think his name was Studley, or they call him Studley.
Anyway.
I'll have a book,
Hey, Joel, what's going on?
I'll have a book for you next week.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I
you got
only
more.
have
Yeah.
one here. This is for Steve, but I'll give you one next week.
Okay, perfect.
You're full of crap.
What's
Thank you.
I have the book. No judgment, okay?
Judgment.
Yeah.
Oh, unfettered.
It wasn't
I
easy
can
writing
get a
this
copy
book.
sent to you.
It was not easy.
Well, you know what they say.
Oh yeah, no
You
one
know
had.
what they say.
Yeah.
Give everyone your ear.
I haven't
but
yet, but I
few
will
your
next week.
voice. But with a book, you
Okay.
can expatiate.
Expatiate.
In other words, expand in a
All
great
right,
way
and I will see
in
you
wondrous
week after next.
discourse.
Tune in, baby. I'll let you know when it's going to air.
I wrote for you.
Okay, Joel.
Is this you?
I enjoyed listening to your brilliant.
Are we on break?
Oh.
No, we're not on
This is
break.
actually a radio show.
You guys were supposed to
It's a
continue.
show
talking.
about nothing. I don't have headsets on. I don't know when we're on break or not.
No judgment.
No one told you we were taking a break. We're still on.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Well, he's
I mean,
just
the way
sitting
you're
there.
I got a phone call, so I'm trying to surreptitiously sit over here, nobody to notice. I'm talking to Joel, one of the owners of Mr. Manatee's Casual Grill,
Oh,
a
boy.
really casual grill. And I thought I could take it and you guys would go on talking, but nobody takes the ball and runs with
Well,
it.
you didn't give us a high sign because
I'm
rule number
surrounded
3.
by inferior, inept individuals.
I noticed.
Well, hey, wait a minute.
You need to come to the Rhett Palmer School of On-Air Production.
Yeah, we
you
need
know.
some training, don't we?
You know, yes, a rascal crawling between heaven and earth.
Mhm.
Crap.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so we were talking about Donald Trump. I want to get back to this.
Trump.
Now, I want you to say, what your they'll have a whole new audit, so it changes every 15 minutes. Yeah.
Right.
So tell us what do you like? Because you were for Ted Cruz. You asked
Right.
me when I was in Washington last week if I wanted to see Ted Cruz, and I told you I'm sorry. I was with Rand Brooks, not Rand Brooks.
Rand Paul.
Rand
Rand,
Paul's
Rand
wife.
Brooks was an actor who I met. He was in the movie Gone with the Wind. He played
Oh.
Scarlett's first husband.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that poor guy.
Yeah, he's now passed.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
did it.
so what do you think of Trump?
Well, I got to tell you, I was on Ted Cruz's national campaign team.
You were.
Co-chairman. Yeah, co-chairman of. Anyway, one of the big things I was concerned with is Donald Trump saying conservative messages and then getting in and just doing the
Trojan
polar
horse kind of
opposite.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really surprised that he hasn't been doing that. I mean, he's been reviewing.
Well, what about Covey?
Wait, let me back
Okay.
up for a second.
All right.
He came in and he started reversing the unconstitutional executive orders
Correct.
that Obama did. He started reversing them.
Yeah.
And I was really proud of him for doing that. He said he was going to do it on the EPA. And what people don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, is the hours of a week that
Oh.
executives spend on becoming compliant and adhering to the regulation burdens just to keep your doors open. Whether that's Department of Labor, the EPA, the BATF, whatever, FDA, Department of Agriculture, it goes on, the Health Department, it goes on and on and on, to the point where you're unproductive.
Correct.
And you waste that time, so therefore because of that loss, you can't afford to hire as many people. Well, Donald Trump came in, stroke of a pen, reversed these things that
Correct.
Obama did, unconstitutional things. Then he's working on his tax cut plan. He
Yes.
pushing that through.
Getting
Reversal
rid
of
of
the
the estate
Affordable
tax.
Care Act, elimination the double taxation estate tax.
Got to
which
get
is
rid
really,
of the estate tax.
absolutely.
That's
And-
socialist.
And here's the thing that people don't understand about that. Our listeners do, and the majority of the people understand it. But when there's an estate tax, the reason why the estate tax is bad is you've paid for taxes all your life.
Yeah.
And if you're a farmer, a rancher, we eat their food. We eat their vegetation that they grow for us, their fruits and vegetables. If they have land, they don't have cash. They
It's
have
a factor
all this
of
land.
production. It's a factor
Right.
of production.
So when they pass on, they die, the owners of the farmer ranch, their heirs have to pay
Right.
taxes on this land.
Correct.
And now when you're talking 40, 50, up to 90% in the state of New York,
Right.
because it is a Democrat state, Democrat states have high estate taxes.
Huge.
So now $100 million land worth of, for a farm, they have to pay 90 million in taxes. Their family has to come up with the money. What happens? They liquidate the farm.
It's gone.
They go in debt because now it's a fire sale. They're not going to get 90 million
No.
for valuation of
Okay.
100 million. They'll get 50, 60 million.
Mm.
Now they owe the family owes the IRS 30 to 40 million dollars. Parents are gone and they're in debt. They lose everything they have.
It's an odious burden.
Yeah.
Odious burden.
Yep.
It's wickedness, and it's the Bible says, and if you go to Exodus and go to 17:20 or 20:17, I should say, it says, "Thou shalt not covet," and the estate tax is built upon envy.
Right.
Envy. You listen to anybody that is for the estate tax, and they're envious because they don't have it.
Right.
It's envious. Now, I will say this about the estate tax. When someone dies with a large estate, what that means is that that person during their lifetime satisfied so many customers, gave so much benefit that the value that he got in return, and when he dies, it's a snapshot, a representation, a reflection of the good and the value that he gave to the community in the way of product and service. And when you come and attack that wealth, you're attacking the goodness and the benefit that he gave all his life and until he died. And it's envy, it's sinful, it's mortal sin. And Moses said in the Ten Commandments, "Thou shalt not covet."
Yeah.
And those people that are for the estate tax are advocating satanic aspect. They are demonic in that point. And when you point this out to them, most people go, "Oh, I'm not for the estate tax." But you have to explain it to them that way.
Right.
that they're attacking the goodness and the benefit that the person who died was giving others, or else how would he have the wealth that he had?
Well, you eliminate future jobs when
Absolutely.
you have an estate tax.
All right, folks, I want to let you know that today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce, Coggin. Some say Coggin, some say Kogan. Some
It's
say
Coggin.
Tomato, some what?
It's Coggin,
Like
and
a
they're
cog on the
incredible.
wheel?
Oh yeah,
Now,
they're the best.
test drive that new GLE or the new E-Class. Oh my word, are those lovely vehicles. And yes, you can afford them because there's a sale going on right now. Ask my friend Mark down there, who's one of the top salespersons. He's been there for like 20 years. Mark. But you got to go see him today because after tomorrow he's heading up to Woodstock, New York to take his ailing mom up there where she lives. Then he'll be back the following week. But I would go in and see Mark right now while you can save a lot of money. Please tell him that you heard about him on my show.
Oh my goodness, we going to 11?
Yeah, I'm out of here. Gotta go. Gotta go
Yeah.
try to make some money.
Well, I've got a real estate.
You guys are gonna leave me for my last.
Pulse is next.
You do
Oh,
real estate
we're done.
closures?
Oh my God, we do. I do a lot of when people want to sell real estate. They come to me, bring their contract. I get with a title company, and boom, we move it. Schedule B. That's
forgot
where I
we
usually
didn't go to
come in.
11
Schedule B.
Where do you have any preferred
Your
title companies?
Yeah, Elite. It's the only one I use.
Oh, is it really?
Oh yeah, man. Darling.
Darling
You're
sweet.
gonna be here next Thursday?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Till next Thursday.
Yeah. Yes.
We need you.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes, you do.
I
we
don't know
do.
about that, but in
Yes,
the
we do.
meantime, I will.
Don't forget your book.
May I? I didn't want to take that. May I have it?
Oh, of course, that's
Oh.
yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to see you, Steve. And your dad, how is your dad?
He's having problems. Ever since they put those electrodes on his back to relax him, he's been having heart problems. And they stopped doing the electrodes now, but he's still having heart problems.
What were the electrodes for the back?
Yeah, they put him on his back on the opposite side of the heart, on the left-hand side, and behind his heart, center or left, kind of, and it stopped it stopped his heart, but threw his whole heartbeat off.
Shut the Facebook off, Rhett.
So
Please.
Well, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. It's been nice being with you today. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Little craziness, little sobriety, very little.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see you later.
Perfect health man. Now, now he's poor guy.